After I posted this video up here, a lot of people have been asking me series of questions. Khemzy, how do we go about it? Which schools in Canada offer this program? Do we need to write Ielts? Is it expensive? Is it affordable? Can we go with family? So many questions, guys. In today's video, I'll be explaining the process, how you can go about it, the school that offer the program, and how you can make the application yourself. So sit back, relax, and watch this video to the very end. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your beautiful baby girl Khemzy. Oh, if you're seeing this face for the very first time, you are welcome. In my channel, I talk about relocation tips, life abroad, and faith. And if you're a returning subscriber, you know how we do it. You guys are always the best. Thank you for always watching my videos back to back. I am grateful for your love and your support. So guys, let's dive right into the video because I don't want to make this video so long. In my previous video, I already explained how you can migrate to Canada as a caregiver. Guys, please, I want you to watch that video. People are getting job offer every single day, so please don't give up. But I explained an alternative route if you're not getting a job or you've tried your best, you've been applying and you're kind of frustrated. This is another option that you can explore. I would suggest you watch the previous video I did before watching this video, then you get a clearer picture of what I want to say. For those that have already watched this video, this is like a part 2 of it. I'll be taking you through how you can search for schools that offer this personal support worker program, okay? And the application process, this is very simple, guys. You can do it yourself. Before I proceed, guys, I would like to beg you to please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video so that YouTube can recommend it to more people. When you like it, a lot of people will have opportunity to watch this video. Then share it to everyone around you, people that you feel might need this information. Please just share it to them and turn on your notification bell, because whenever I drop value-based video, you will be the first to be notified. Guys, I have a lot of content in stock for you. Honestly, because I've been quite busy these days, that is why I've not been uploading frequently. But please stay tuned to this channel. A lot of opportunity is going to come out from Khemzy channel, so don't miss it, okay? If you want to study in Canada, there are certain information you need to know. Guys, don't be deceived. I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know. You can do this process yourself. Now, there's what we call designated learning institutes. If you want to study in Canada as an immigrant, I will encourage you to study in school that has that DLI status, okay? I will be walking you through how you can search for schools that has that DLI status. What is the benefit of attending a designated learning institute school, which is DLI? The benefit is simply that when you graduate from this program, you can apply for what we call a postgraduate work permit. If you want to stay back in Canada after your studies, you need to apply for a work permit. Okay, this is the open work permit, but it is called a postgraduate work permit. And for you to be eligible for this work permit, you need to study in a designated learning institute, which is commonly called DLI. If you study in any school that is not a DLI university or college, okay, you will not be eligible to apply for a PGWP, which is postgraduate work permit. The second criteria for you to stay back in Canada after your study is that the program you're going to study has to be a minimum of an 8-month course. So if I'm going to go to Canada to study a program, and let's say it's a 6-month program, after I finish that program, I won't be eligible to stay back. It means I won't be eligible to apply for a postgraduate work permit. Even if I attend a DLI school, but the program I am studying is not up to 8 months. Guys, I want you to take notes. Even if you attend a DLI school and the program you're studying or your course of study is not up to 8 months, that is minimum of 32 weeks, you can't be eligible for a postgraduate work permit. It means you can't stay back in Canada to work after your studies. So guys, I have taken my time, I have done my research, I've been able to come up with schools in Canada that offer this personal support worker program, and the length of the course is a minimum of 8 months. Before we continue, guys, this personal support worker can also be called so many names. I know most of you were asking me in the last video, is there any other names for this program? Yes, the answer is yes. Personal support worker is also called healthcare assistant, nurse aide. Those are the three names that are quite common. Okay, so when you're searching for schools, either you see that they are offering a personal support worker program or a healthcare assistant program or a healthcare aide. So those are the synonyms of this program. So anyone which you see is okay. So when I was doing my research, guys, I found out that most schools actually offer this program, but some of them are not up to 8 months. You can have a healthcare assistant program that is just 6 months. You can have 30 weeks. You can have 20 weeks, 25 weeks, even if they are DLI schools. But because it is not up to an 8-month course, you can't be eligible for a postgraduate work permit. All right, now before I show you the schools, I quickly want to show you how you can search for a DLI school. So come to my screen and let me show you how you can navigate through this. All you have to do, guys, is to go to Google and type DLI schools in Canada. Okay, click the first link, designated learning institution list. Now this is the Canadian website. As you can see, to apply for a study permit, you need an acceptance letter from a designated learning institution. A DLI is a school approved by a provincial or territorial government to host international students. This is something I want you to also take note of. I didn't mention it before. It says you need to know if you're eligible to work after you graduate. Not all designated learning institutions and not all programs of study make you eligible for post-graduation work permit program. So it means you might have a DLI school and they have some particular programs or courses that are not eligible for a PGWP after you graduate. So you need to check very well. I'll teach you how you can go about this. If you're choosing any school in Canada, make sure that that school first and foremost is a designated learning institution. Secondly, the course you wish to do is eligible for a post-graduation work permit program after you graduate. That is for those that intend to work in Canada after graduation. Now let's do an example. Like I told you, there are several provinces in Canada. So let's choose Ontario, which is the popular one. These are the list of colleges, university, whatsoever in Ontario. You have 526 entry. So it listed the name of the institution, the DLI number, the city, the campus, and it says offer PGWP eligible program. So for this first school, which is A1 Global College of Health, Business and Technology, despite the fact that it's a DLI school because it has that DLI number, all the programs that this college offer is not eligible for PGWP. It means if you study in this school, you won't be eligible to apply for a work permit after you graduate because all the program they offer is not eligible. You can see they wrote no here. The same thing with the other one. Now, let me keep showing you more. If you're going to attend Wycliffe College, which is in Toronto, it says here, yes, offers PGWP eligible program. So any course that you do in this Wycliffe College, you can apply for a work permit after you graduate. So you have to be careful, guys. It is one thing for a school to be a DLI institution. It is another thing for them to offer programs that are eligible for PGWP. Let me give you one last example. Now look at this school. It says Yorkville University. It's a DLI school, and look at it. Yes, and there is a details there. When you click on the details to know more about it, it further explained that you are eligible for a PGWP if you complete one of the degree below and you must meet all PGWP criteria. So for these universities, these are just the program that are eligible for PGWP. But if you study any other program apart from these 4 programs listed here, you will not be eligible for a PGWP. That is why there's a clause. So whenever you see yes and you see details in front, please click on it. Be sure so that you'll be able to know if the course you want to do in that school is eligible for a PGWP. So I'll be showing you schools in Canada that offer this personal support worker program, or otherwise called healthcare assistant program or healthcare aid. You can see any of those 3 terminologies in this school. I have also confirmed that the program length is more than 8 months or a minimum of 8 months, because most of the ones I saw, guys, they are maybe 20 weeks, 30 weeks, 25 weeks, even some 24 weeks. but we don't want to do those kind of programs that are less than 8 months. Okay.
The first school, guys, is Bow Valley College. As you can see on the screen, Bow Valley College is in Alberta, okay, which is one of the provinces in Canada. As you can see, this is healthcare aid. It is not called personal support worker. So it is a healthcare aid certificate, and it says that it's a program that will give you the opportunity to gain knowledge and hands-on skills to provide person-centered care within a healthcare team. All right, so this program is open to both domestic and international students. The location is in downtown Calgary. The start date are there. They have a January start date 2024 and a May start date. It's an in-class program for 2 terms. Now, for those in Canada, you pay 7,985 Canadian dollars, while for international students, you pay $19,915. Guys, you're not paying at once. Once you can pay part of your first semester, you're good to go. You can always reach out to the school, ask for a flexible payment pattern. Guys, this program that you're doing will be recognized by the Alberta government. This is amazing, guys. Okay, and it's a full-time program. It's done over an 8-month period, as you can see. And guys, there is clinical placement. In as much as it's just within a year, you will go through clinical placement. That is one thing about studying in colleges. Personally, I love to study in colleges. This is just my preference because it's more hands-on. You know, you're doing practical, and that is what you need, guys. You need the practical, you need the knowledge, because when you're going for interviews, they want to see how knowledgeable you are. You must be able to dot your I's and cross your T's, okay? If you're an international student, look at international learner applicants. You can email them, and that is their phone number. You can call them for more information. This is the admission requirements, the English language or equivalent. So for international candidates, you just need your WAEC or your NECO. Now it says candidates for healthcare aid certificates where English is a second language must meet the English language proficiency requirements in addition to the academic requirements. Now for those that English is not their first language, so if you're not taught in English in school, then you need to write Ielts. Either you write Ielts, or you write Duolingo, or you write a TOEFL, which is 71. So just take your time to read it. But if English is your first language, which most Africans, English is our first language, we are taught in English in school, you don't need to submit IELTS, because it says here that it is for people that when English is a second language. All right, so I just want to quickly show you that for those that will be asking me in the comment section if IELTS is required. You don't need IELTS for Bow Valley College. Okay, now quickly you will just click on international application. All right, that will take you through what you're going to do, how you're going to apply. It's a straightforward process. You will choose your program of study basically, and basically you need your academic transcripts, your passport, and your proof of English language proficiency. In this case, you can submit your WAEC if you have WAEC. All right, and it says official transcripts and official pathway transcripts will need to be sent directly to the institution. This is a norm. So guys, don't sleep on this one. They have a January intake and a May intake, so start applying as soon as possible. The next one, guys, is Sault College. This college is located in Sault Ste. Marie.
A quick one, guys. If you're looking for an affordable place to go to in Ontario, Sault Ste. Marie is one of it. And the beautiful thing is that this community also have an immigration pathway called Rural Northern Immigration Program, which is RNIP. So imagine schooling in this community. Aside from the Home Support Worker Pilot Program, which you might be eligible for after you finish your program, you can also be eligible for a RNIP, which is Rural Northern Immigration Program, because you studied in Sault Ste. Marie, which is one of the participating community for RNIP. So don't sleep on this. Going to that college, for example, you're going to use one stone to kill two birds. And I'm not advertising, or I'm not placing one school over the other. Even in Alberta, in virtually all the provinces, they have their specific streams. So it's just for you to take your time, do your research, and you're good to go. Now let's go back to the screen so I explain the admission requirements.
The program, it's a 1-year program, so it has checked the box. It means you can apply for a PGWP after your studies, and it's in a DLI school. The start date is January and May 2024. So guys, don't sleep on this. You have opportunity to move to Canada in either January or May. These are the courses you're going to be doing: communication, body structure, health promotion. Just take your time, read about it. These are the requirements of the program. So I'm going to be putting the link in the description box. You would also be going for a clinical placement. That is the beauty about this program. So this is something I want you to take note of, guys. The clinical requirements. You can see it's quite a lot. You have a first aid, CPR, N95 marks, immunization, and the police vulnerable sector check. Don't be confused. The only thing you need to submit while you're in your home country is your immunization record. Every other thing, your standard first aid, your CPR, your N95, and all those other things be required of you when you get to Canada. The school is definitely there to guide you, so it's not a big deal. It's not something you should be tensed about. And guys, please don't neglect all these email addresses. If you have challenges whatsoever with either the requirements or the admission process, always reach out to the school. They are there to answer you. This is quite affordable. It is even cheaper than the first one I showed you. For domestic students, it's about 4,000 Canadian dollar. For international students, it's about 16,000 Canadian dollar. And this is something that you don't have to pay at once, like I always said, and email them for funding opportunities. So I'm going to be putting the link in the description box. You can always apply, and like I showed you earlier on, they have January intake and May intake. The next one is Northern Lights College. As you can see, for this college, it's called Healthcare Assistants. All right. Now, when you take your time to read it, it's in British Columbia, okay? And the location in Dawson Creek, Fort St. John. The Healthcare Assistant Program is designed to provide students with opportunities to develop the knowledge, skills, and attitude necessary to function effectively as frontline caregivers and respected members of the healthcare team. I'm not going to read everything, okay? It's just going to make this video so long, but this is the highlights. It says that the HCA program is completed within 33 to 36 weeks, and it has checked the box. And upon completion of a minimum of 600 hours work experience, graduates can bridge into the access to practical nursing diploma program. This is additional 16 months for those that intend to bridge into a practical nursing program. All right, so this is just everything, the career prospect, the details. Okay, so they have a September and a February intake. So whichever one you want, you choose it. The beautiful thing is, I think this is the cheapest I've seen so far. For domestic students, it's about 3,000 Canadian dollars. And for international students, is about 11,000 Canadian dollars. This is quite affordable compared to some programs in Canada. So with just 11,000 Canadian dollars, you're good to go. And you're not even paying everything at once. If you have any other questions, these are the resources available for you. You have their email addresses are there if you're in Canada, if you're outside Canada, or if you're currently a Northern Lights College student. Everything is there. Make use of these resources. Don't shy away from it if you have any questions. The admission requirements are quite similar. I've read through it. Just submit your secondary school certificate. So just take your time, read about the requirements. The post-admission requirement is similar to the one we saw in Sault College. So all the CPR, COVID, and everything, you need to have them after you get to Canada. Communicate to them if you need help. They are there to guide you. All right.
After you're done with your study, you have a lot of opportunities to explore. There are several pathways you can use to become a PR. There are a lot of pathways, guys. So many of them. I think we also have Niagara College in Ontario. A lot of them, guys, a lot of them. Just use the resources I mentioned in this video to navigate your way. Have you gotten value from today's video? And you've not liked, you've not subscribed, you've not shared, you've not turned on your notification bell, please, guys, what are you waiting for? Support this baby girl. This baby girl is dishing out information for you. The only thing I need is just for you to subscribe, like, share, and turn on your notification bell. That is all I need. It will encourage me to do more video, more content like this, and bring you more immigration tips. All the services I offer is in the description box, so do well to check it out. And guys, I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye.